So just a quick one, not a tutorial, but just showing you something that I've built so you can see how it works if you wanted to build it yourself. Player input, it's a wall jump mechanic. Player inputs jump. Are we falling? False. Jump. If we are falling, try wall jump, because you want to be in the air when you're trying to wall jump. I'm running through a for loop with just the values 1 to 4, which are being fed into a line trace, and what the line trace does is just check if there are walls, either front, back, left, or right or left, in each of the directions. Okay, so that's just what this is doing. And then if there's a hit on any one of those, break the loop, and then just launch the character in the direction tangential to the hit. So the way that this looks, this is being fed values 1 through to 4. Okay, ignoring 0 because I don't worry about that. But value 1 is the right vector, value 2 is the left vector, value 3 is the forward vector, value 4 is the back vector. And we're just doing a line trace from the character's location in each of those directions to a length of some value, which is just 200 units. So we're just checking, is there a wall in any of these directions within 200 units? And if there is, then there's a hit, and then we move on to the next thing. Okay, so there's a hit, we stop checking for walls. That's what this is doing. Up until there, it's just checking for walls. And then if there is a wall, then what we do is we just launch the character. And the direction at which we launch the character, we're getting the normal of the hit. So if this is the surface and a line trace hits the surface, the normal is the value coming straight out from the wall. We're breaking that because we only want the x and y, and then I'm normalizing those two values to a value of 1. And then what I'm doing is I'm adding a z value of 1. So what happens is the player is launched off. If this is 1 and this is 1, the value that they're going to be launched off is going to be at a perfect 45-degree angle upwards in the direction of the xy normal from the wall. Normalize that, so now what we get is an out vector of value 1, which actually that doesn't need to be like that, that could just be like this. So we have an output of a vector length of 1, and that's useful because it's at a perfect 45-degree angle, and now we can multiply it by velocity. And you could just give them a consistent velocity. Mine's at 4,000 units, so they're launched out at 4,000 units whenever they wall jump. Or what you could do is you could get their character movement and the speed at which they hit the wall when they wall jump, you could launch them back out at the same speed if you want. So that's just what I've set up there. And then you just launch the character. You have options for Z override or XY override. I just have them both disabled because I want the player to be reflected off the wall and keep their velocity if they're, bouncing between two walls and trying to get to the end of a hallway or something. So that's the wall jump mechanic. And if wall jumped returns true, so if this returns true, we successfully wall jumped, I'm playing some feedback in there, which is just a particle system and a sound, playing a jump animation, waiting for 0.5 seconds, and then ending the animation and returning to my animation blueprint. So, like that, that's how it looks. I probably should have showed you that at the start, but I'm not going to reshoot this video now. So, run along, doosh, like that. And now, dip, glide. The glide is something that I didn't cover in this, obviously. Maybe I'll cover that in another one, but don't. I can grapple and do it. Don't. I've got a timer going off, so I'm going to go. Hope that was helpful. Wall jump mechanic.